Hello and welcome back to Building on a Budget Models. Now it's that time again. We're leading up to Christmas and I thought that what might be a helpful idea would be for me to do a bit of a Christmas gift guide to beginner builders and also sort of the younger builders that you might have in your life. So children, grandchildren, younger brothers and sisters, that sort of thing. Anyway, you can see here I've got my Christmas Spider-Man jumper ready and let's get started. Now firstly, as a bit of a disclaimer, I should say that a lot of these today are models that are also intended as toys. Therefore, some of them have been played with by my sons. So you should also take that into account when you're looking at some of them, what state they're in, and bear that in mind. We'll start off with what I think is probably the biggest, well, definitely the biggest company out of everything we've got here, and that's Lego. This is the Lego Speed Champions Ferrari F40. Those of you who follow me on my Facebook group or Instagram may have already seen pictures of this. These Speed Champions range are really nice little models. My son's made, I think, 3 of them now. The F40, I'd say, is one of the more successful ones because being a rather angular 80s car, I think they've done quite a good job of replicating it. It also comes with a driver who seems to have gone missing, and several wheel options, and also some different parts that lets you turn the car into the F40 LM, which is quite a nice little feature. Anyway, this kit went together with a little bit of help from me. I think Gregory, who's 5, maybe is a little too young to build one of these on his own at the moment, but this is a really nice model. Obviously, Lego kits always go together really nicely. Right. Okay, so Greg, what did you think of the Lego Ferrari F40?
I loved it, making it, and even I love the other parts and the man that came with it.
So it's quite customizable, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, great. So sticking with the brick theme, we've then got some things from the Airfix Quick Build range, and this is intended for younger modelers. These go together much like Lego bricks, except that the pieces are kind of moulded to the shapes of the parts rather than, you know, all sort of angular shapes. Now, as I said with some of the other ones, these have been played with. The aeroplanes normally do actually come with a display stand, however I think my sons have broken both of the display stands. And what you'll also notice is because they come with stickers rather than water slide decals, and because these come apart, and I know for instance that this Red Arrows plane has come apart several times, many of the stickers have come off because they go over the joins, which is a little bit of a shame really. As you'll also see on this Jaguar IPACE, it's missing quite a few stickers which have torn off when the car has been put back together. This one's also missing its 2 wing mirrors, as you'll see. These are nice though. I mean, they go together quite well. You know, they're not too difficult. What I'll also say about this is that when we got this one, it was missing the roof. We'd been given 2 of these kind of black parts here instead, and I contacted Airfix spares department, and we did get a replacement part, even though that was during the pandemic. So yeah, these are quite fun, and obviously unlike the Lego car, these look a lot more like the real car. I think this is probably, maybe that's 124, maybe 125, whereas I think these ones are probably 132 scale. Anyway, yeah, so they go quite together quite nicely. No paint required for any of these so far. Greg, what did you think of the Airfix Quick Build?
Really good, but I love both of them because they just look so cool.
We were saying before that they look.
It's a blue one.
Yeah, you like the blue one, don't you, Alex? Yeah, they look a lot more like the real car than the Lego one, don't they? What about the stickers though?
One of them on the blue car is broken.
Yeah, they get a bit broken because the car comes apart, and then it's a bit annoying.
And on the other one, you can see how it sits on the broken.
Yeah.
Look on that one on the side.
Yeah, the other side.
Look how broken it is.
Yeah, but these are pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you needed less help putting these together, maybe. Okay, great. Now, this is the Revell Junior Kit rally car. This has seen a lot of play, as you can see from the lack of stickers in places. But this is quite nice. It goes together a bit more like...
Look, there's no sticker.
And there is no stickers, all right. This one goes together a bit more sort of mechanically, so it comes with like a screwdriver, and you can see all of these sort of like Allen key type screws here. And you can remove them like that, and you can choose to put the pieces back together should you want. There are real car versions of these. I think you can get a Porsche, and also pretend cars like this one. But it's quite nice. The doors open, the bonnet opens, and the boot should open. However, we broke the hinge, and so we chose to glue it closed. What did you think of this one, Gregory?
It was quite good making it, and actually, I'm sad that the stickers are gone.
You're sad that the stickers have gone. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? It's one of the difficulties of having a younger brother who sometimes peels the stickers off. But you know, we could always redesign it at some point with something else, couldn't we? At least it's still got the numbers on the side, number 23. But yeah, this one goes together. But this one goes together really nicely. Now next, this is the Revell Easykit Pocket Star Wars Millennium Falcon. It is a snap tight kit, which means it doesn't require any glue to go together, and it can be used as a toy, although it does come with a display base, which it does stand up on. So this has a lot of stickers rather than decals, as you can see here. Unfortunately, they do have the tendency to peel off a little bit. It does have some clear parts as well. This is a blue sticker, which goes behind this clear part here. And there are, I guess, Han and Chewie in there. We also tried doing a little bit of weathering of this using some grey and black marker pens, which is why it looks like that. Otherwise, the intention is to leave it in the coloured plastic. These are quite nice. I think they are the same tooling as the Revell Level 3 Star Wars kits. However, they're not intended to be painted, and they don't have water slide decals. The pieces do all come on sprues though, so younger modelers would need an adult's help to remove those parts from the sprues. But yeah, these are quite nice. I'm not a big fan of the stickers, unfortunately, especially not this one, because it had tons and tons, and it also wanted stickers to go on these vents, which would remove the details, so we just coloured those in black instead. And what did you think of the Millennium Falcon, Greg?
It was really cool. It came so... I actually really loved making it. But
Yeah. I think you needed a little bit more help from me on this one.
yes, I did.
Because it was a little bit smaller, maybe.
Because it was a little bit smaller.
Yeah, a little bit smaller, this one. But yeah, still went together quite nicely. And you enjoyed doing the extra bit of painting on it. So next, sticking with Revell, we've got a couple of their Easykits. These are snap tights. I know that the new Beetle here has been released in both Europe and America under different labels. I'll show the boxes here. Now, what I should say about both of these is that these are not intended to be painted, but we chose to paint both of them, hence why they don't really look like the box art. So firstly, with the Beetle, I painted the exterior of this yellow, and we also chose to use some colours on the inside there as well. And I may have used the VW stickers that came with the set, but I also used some spare Austrian number plates from a model that I had left over. So that's those. I left the wheels in the standard chrome though, So yeah, that looks quite a bit different to how it's intended. Also, the police car should come in just white. We worked together on this. The masking isn't as neat as it could be, but you know, I was working with a 4-year-old while making it. And also it didn't come with any wing mirrors, so I've added that. But yeah, both of these go together quite nicely, and certainly this one is intended to be played with. Both of them have axles that roll. The decals on this I printed myself because it's not intended to be Los Angeles Police. They don't fall apart once you put them together, unlike the quick build. They both require screws. I think this one requires screws. I think this one has a kind of these are kind of like push pins, I suppose, that go in there. They don't need to be screwed. Yeah, like I've shown you here, you can treat them like a normal model. I certainly did with the Beetle, and make it your own. So what about these snap tight kits? How did you feel making these, Greg?
Quite happy, and I actually loved making it with you.
Yeah, it was nice that we were able to share some painting on this one.
Yeah.
Even though they're not supposed to be painted, obviously you can do that. Which one do you think looks nicer, the police car or the Beetle?
You. Both.
You think they both look nice? Okay, that's great. Okay, so the next one, and you may have seen the build and review of this one. This is the Zvezda Cars 2 Raoul rally car from Cars 2. These do require sprue cutters. Feel free to watch the build if you haven't seen it already. This isn't a toy, it's very definitely a model. The wheels do not roll. These are stickers, not decals. This is okay. Very small scale. I think that's 1:43. And obviously, if your children are big fans of the Cars films, then they'll really enjoy putting this together. But yeah, bit of a challenging model. Some of the pieces I even found quite hard to stick together. It is a snap tight kit, not glue and paint aren't required. But yeah, not a toy afterwards. But yeah, it looks quite nice, and certainly it's stayed together, not been played with. Right, and then of course we've got the Cars 2 car from Zvezda. This one you needed a little bit of help from me because of the taking the parts apart with the sprue cutters, didn't you? What do you think about this one?
It's quite fun when I made it, and I actually love it now.
Yeah, but we put that on the shelf, don't we?
Yeah,
yeah.
we do.
Yeah, because you can't play with it, unlike some of the other ones. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, looks pretty good. Okay, then next we're moving on to the Airfix Starter sets. Now these are for the beginner modelers. I'd say 8 might be the youngest that you could go for with these. But these come with the paints and brushes and glue included. I brush painted both of these. This is the Ford 3 litre GT and the Supermarine Spitfire. These are good for the beginner. You can obviously use spray paints or an airbrush with these instead of brush painting them. What I will say about these is that many of them are very old tools. In fact, one of the first ones that I built was the Jaguar E-Type from Airfix, and I think that kit is from something like 1966. So it's quite challenging to piece it together. I would say that the planes from Airfix are all right, because many of those are newer tools, but some of the cars are really old, really old. Have a look at my Hella video on the rally car, because there are some smaller scale kits like those ones. I know that there are also some of the other ones like the Aston Martin DBR9 or the Jaguar XKR, which are much newer tools and go together a lot easier. I would say that if you are interested in building one of these starter models, one of the good ones to go for might be something like this. This is the Tamiya Mazda Eunos Roadster, or MX-5 or Miata. And this is a very simple kit. There aren't many sprues to it, and I didn't use many colours for this. Obviously you would have to then buy, the tools separately, but this is simply acrylic British Racing green out of a can. Obviously Tamiya quality. This kit's I think about 30 years old, because that's how old the actual car itself is. And I would recommend this much more highly than some of the Airfix Starter cars, I would say. Airfix Starter planes are okay, and more modern Airfix Starter cars are alright, but this, this was about, I think this would be about between £13 and £15 in Britain if you found it, which, when you consider that some of those Airfix sets can go up to £20, you could easily get this and then get some nice paints and a glue to go with it instead of those Airfix sets. So yeah, quite a range today of sets. I think pretty much all of these are currently commercially available. I mean, I've built them in the last few years with either on my own or with Gregory. I hope that this video is useful, and happy buying, happy building. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Please comment, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.